Welcome back to Mary's cooking sausage rolls quickies. That's right, friends. This is the quick and delicious way to fill up those lunch boxes, fill up those fridges, fill up those bellies. That's right. We're doing sausage rolls today. And look, it's easy. You're gonna love it. It's a delicious little recipe. It's a bit cheeky. You can add a few extra bits and pieces if you want to. I'm going to add even some secret hidden vegetables. I hear that's a thing amongst the mummies out there. All right, you are going to need half a kilo of pork mince. If you're not a big fan of pork, try chicken mince. It's a nice little bit of a different flavour and not quite as fatty. Half a kilo of sausage meat. It says it's made of beef. I guess there's a few other bits and pieces in there too, like rice flour and stuff. Anyway, it's in the meat department. It's called sausage mince. Go get some. You are also going to need these cheeky little vegetables. We've got a carrot. We've got a zucchini. Well, he's a half a zucchini, but he was a bit big. A small onion and a clove of garlic. Or if you don't have any fresh garlic, a teaspoon of minced garlic will do. Because we're not fancy, we've got some pre-made puff pastry. You're also going to need 1 egg, beaten within an inch of its life. Look away for a minute while I get out the shell that's in there. Oh no, it's hide and go seek with the shell. I swear it was in there. Oh well, never mind. Pretend that never happened. Yeah, there it is. And to that egg, I'm going to add just a small little smackerel of milk. And I have now created what we call an egg wash. Terminology, people, egg wash. Don't ask me how much milk, just a smackerel, a little bit. To round out our ingredients, we've got 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce, 2½ tablespoons of tomato sauce, a little combination of seeds. You can use sesame seeds, you can use poppy seeds. I've put them both together. I think that looks pretty. And this beautiful duo, salt and pepper, that's about a teaspoon combined. I used black pepper and Himalayan pink salt. Let's get started. All right, peel your carrot. I know that the skin contains more nutrients, it's good roughage as my mum would say, but the carrot skin does actually give it a bit of a dirty flavour. So let's peel it away. Mine's got a weird little nubbin on there. Chop that off. Now, if you wanted to, you could grate these. I personally prefer the texture of finely diced in a food processor, so I'm going to chuck them together into my little whiz-bang food processor. This little guy. I'm going to throw everything in there, whiz it up real good. Whoop. Oh, better turn it on. Done a very good job here, as you can see. That'll do. Okay, so the zucchini and the carrot adds a nice little bit of flavour, but also some moisture, but we don't want it too wet. So we're gonna get our zucchini and carrot and put it into a very clean tea towel. And we are going to squeeze that. I'm going to do it into a bowl so you can see all the juice that comes out of that. Look at that. Like, that is so much juice. Squeeze it real good. Oh yeah, that's the ticket, that's the way. Dare you to drink it, everyone. Dare you to drink it. Don't be shy. Don't be shy with it. Show it who's boss. Ugh. Yeah. And I'm going to bring over a lovely mixing bowl, and I'm just going to add that in there, and this tea towel will be going into the wash. And yes, I've got a few chunks in there, but oh well, whatever. Might pull them out. If you've got a better food processor, good on you. Next up, we're going to use the same food processor, and we don't even have to wash it because it's all going in together. And we're going to chuck our onion and our garlic into the same little food processor. If you are making these sausage rolls for your kids' lunches, you can feel free to leave out the onion and the garlic. Their classmates may thank you for it. And a 1, a 2, a 3, a whee! Looking good. I'm just going to do that again because nobody wants a big chunk of onion in their sausage roll. Oh, it's making me cry. Oh, look. It's going to have to do. It will be fine. All right. Using a rubber spatula, I am just going to transfer that onion and garlic into my other veggies. Mix it all around. Beautiful. Okay. Next thing, we're going to put our oven on to 220 degrees Celsius because pastry loves a hot oven. Pastry will embrace it with its whole being. It'll puff up like a golden little pillow of delight, but only if you have a nice hot oven. So I'm going to pop the oven on right now, 220 degrees, my friends. The next few steps, super easy. We're going to add in this dubious looking sausage mince. There we go. More dubious looking than ever. We're going to add in our pork mince or chicken mince, whatever you've decided to use. Our tomato sauce. Our Worcestershire sauce. Our salt and pepper. And then, using a wooden spoon, we're going to mix it all together, y'all. And this might take a little bit of arm strength. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you about my shout out for the day. I grew up for a lot of my teen years and I guess my primary school years bit in a lovely house in Riverside where my parents still live. And for the whole time that I lived there, I had a lovely neighbour called Pat, and she was always very, very nice to me as a child, and I have great memories of her. And she has featured on our show before when she did her own little apple crumble.
Now, Mary, I'm going to cook it in the air fryer, so that'll be a little bit different. See how I go. Bye. Turn the button off.
She has a very cute little grandson called Marco, and he's been getting into the show, and he has made some of our biscuits. So here's some photos of him. What a legend. Shout out to you, Marco. You go, you good thing. So make sure all those things are well combined. If you wanted to, you could pop some gloves on or just wash your hands and get in there. Sausage rolls are good because you don't want to stack loads of flavour in there because you're going to put some tomato sauce and stuff on there anyway, but you do want a little bit of deliciousness in there. All right, that is ready to go. Are you ready for your next life hack? I feel like I'm filling you up with wisdomous goodness today because I'm going to show you what I'm going to use to fill up my wonderful sausage rolls. One moment please while I wash my hands. I've got a tall container, any old tall container if you've got a jug or something, and I've got some extra large, whoo, look at them, Ziploc bags. These are $2 from the supermarket, and they make a handy little piping bag. They're quite big. So I'm just going to poke that in there like this. I've shown you this before with icing, but just in case you missed the memo, this is the easiest way to fill up a piping bag. This is your life hack for the day. Thank you, Mary, for filling us up with your knowledge and infinite wisdom. That is okay, people. That is okay. I'm going to take this guy out of here. See, it's all in there. And then I'm going to, you don't actually have to seal it up, but you can if you want to. And then when it comes time, I'm going to snip the corner at the size that I want and then squidge it out like that. How amazing, I know. Okay, let's pop a lovely piece of defrosted pastry. I find puff pastry an interesting beast because if it over defrosts, then it's hard to work with, and if it's not defrosted enough, it's hard to work with. Maybe it's just a tricky little thing. All right, you don't need the blue paper that's on it, so let's get that off. Not for human consumption. Then, to make it easy, we're just going to go down the middle. Ish, a little bit down the middle, sort of. And using a pastry brush, here's one I prepared earlier, we're going to just put a little bit of egg wash down the side, which is going to help it to glue together beautifully. All right, let's give this a red hot go. I'm excited to eat these. All right, hopefully I haven't made my hole there too big. Here we go. Not gonna articulate what that looks like. Come on, you can do, oh, I've just put my finger through up the top here, so this bag's not as heavy duty as I was hoping for. That's okay. Alrighty, that's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, this bag is not heaps durable. I'm not going to lie about it. So maybe don't get the $2 ones. Maybe if there's a slightly more expensive one, get that. Lesson learned. All right. Still fine though. All right. Beautiful, that looks beautiful. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. What can I say? I'm gonna bring the sides up like so, and I'm gonna bring the other side over like so, and ooh, I've only just allowed enough room. That cheeky little sausage is only just wrapped. It's okay though. I'm going to try and make sure that this one fits into. So like that. Now of course, if you want to make fatter sausage rolls, don't cut your piece of pastry in half. How's that for some amazing insight? Okay, because my pastry is nice and soft, I can just use my very dainty thumb. I know you're all going to be asking who my nail technician is. It's myself. I bite them myself. Okay, now turn them over, turn them over. Beautiful, lovely. And I like, when I'm cooking, especially for other people, I like everything to be as uniform as possible so that it looks more impressive and people think I'm better than I am. So I'm going to get a very sharp knife and I'm going to cut these babies up. You're not even going to recognise them. I'm thinking we go half. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Get that little bit of meat off. And let's go half again. And half again. Oh, look at that. They look quite lovely. Then I'm going to place them onto what I like to call my tray. I'm going to place them 3 across with the seam. This is the seam that needs to be on the bottom, and that will help them to not explode. I don't think they will explode anyway, but that will help them. We need to brush them with our egg wash and sprinkle them with our seeds. A beautiful little seed mix. Now, poppy seeds have a nice little flavour, and so do sesame seeds actually. The only trouble with poppy seeds are they do get stuck in your teeth a little bit from time to time. But hopefully you've got good people surrounding you who'll tell you if you've got black stuff all in your teeth. Fun fact, I just noticed when I was doing this, it's actually just probably a bit easier if you just flip the whole thing over rather than bringing up the other side. So, you know, you can do it either way. So you flip one side and then flip the whole thing, roll it, because it's a sausage roll, don't you know? I've got 2 trays prepared and I've still got some mixture left, so I'm going to pop these 2 trays into my preheated oven, 220 degrees, for about 20 minutes. 20, 25, 30, who knows? It really depends on your oven, but we'll check back in about 15, 20 minutes. The hazard of wearing glasses is that I'm all steamed up. I literally can't see a thing. Perfection. Don't they look sweet? Let's look at the bottoms. Ooh. Beautiful. All right. Just moving them over to my cooling rack. Just for the record, it is better to wait for things to cool down a little bit. Otherwise you have mishaps like this little guy falling out of his sleeping bag. Look at that. Nobody will ever know. Okay, moment of truth. This guy looks nice. I'm going to have a bite without tomato sauce, just to check the flavours. And then I'm going to go in for a bit of the old saucy sauce, because I'm a bit of a saucy girl. Mmm. Mmm. Oh yeah. That's a tasty little number. Get in my belly. Mmm.